Okay, so this is just an update for my SunSDR2-DX. Just had my new lead for my SunSDX connecting to my expert amp. So what do? First thing, you should be able to see the green light coming on now. So it's just looking for an IP address. So now it's found an IP address, that's fine. So with the expert, what you need to do with the SunSDR software, hopefully you can see that. That's the band data settings you need to set up in the software. So as you can see, let's just get the light off a little bit. That's what you need to set up. So as soon as you know you're going to use the SunSDR and the expert amp together, as the settings that you need to do in the software, external control. So once you've done that, that's set up. This is the cable that needs doing, so you can either make it yourself or buy one from an emporium where you buy the radio from, or GM6DX Billy. He made mine up, and it's a lot cheaper than going to a big emporium. At the moment, I'll give you the price just at the moment. At the moment from Billy it's £42.50 delivered, and from an emporium I was quoted roughly around about £72, but I don't know if that included postage. So a lot cheaper from Billy. So that's the radio set on. No software set up at the moment for it, or ready to turn the radio on. So I'm just closing programs down. So what I do is, at the top in ham radio, I just click on the icon there. Let's just do it. In Windows 10 and it's double click, I hate it. Right, so let's come on, go into the software and double click on the software. That'll come up. So I've got a logbook program that should load up with it. Depends if I've turned it back on. So I was doing some software updates yesterday to the logbook programs. There you go. Log for OM, that's what I use. There's several other programs. I've set several other ones up as well, but I like this one. It's come up with a frequency already, as you can see there. That's what I was using yesterday before I closed it down. So now on this monitor, there's the software. So what I'll do, the only thing that the lead hasn't got sorted out at the moment is when the radio first turns on. Normally any radio I've got connected to the amp, when you turn it on, it turns the amp on, but with this one from Billy at the moment, it hasn't got the voltage or whatever it is, with one of the cables to actually put a voltage into it to actually turn it on. So even though I'll go on and turn the radio on, so that's now, just make sure, that's now got it working. So that's the radio working, but no signals. So I'll come back down to here, turn on the amplifier. So that's the amplifier on, and now signals. So with the band change and the transmit, what you need to do on the top of the software, you can see it just there, sorry about the light, it's from the camera, it says PA, and to make the cable or the radio transmit with the amplifier, you have to have that icon PA green. And I'll just change this on the software, so as long as I do it, there you go. So you can see the band changing now. So whatever band you go on, it'll actually change to. Let's come back down. So that's how easy it is. So that's that working now. So I'm glad that the cable's working with the radio. Fantastic radio it is. As I say, there's several programs that you can use as a logbook that will be used with the software for the radio. I find this software is as good or better than the Flex software, so it's really ease of use. Whatever you want to do with it, you can configure it just like the Flex software. I've got to go with the either the SunSDR or the Flex software, because I've got the SunSDR now, as you can see, and I've got a Flex 3000 and a 6300, and 6300's got the better software, i.e. For the Flex, I think the 3000 software is very good with free updates and everything, but the only drawback for me is with the Flex software, if you want to go from, say, version 1 to 2 or version 2 to 3, or the new one that's going to come out 3 to 4, you have to pay for it. Whereas with this software, it's a free upgrade. And there's a new version of software going to be coming out later on this year or the beginning of next year for the SunSDR brand of radios, and that's free. So I find that's a lot better. It'll keep more people interested in wanting special features for the software for the radios. But as I say, that's a cable now fully working from Billy. Just look on the internet for GM6DX, and his cables are there. You can also email him and tell him what you're interested in, because he doesn't just do cables for SunSDR radios, he does cables for all different radios and amplifiers. So give him an email and see what he can do for you, because it's one of the cheapest out there to have cables made. So just showing you what the software is like. At the top right hand corner there, you can see it says options. You just go in there and change everything on there. Audio, bandwidth for the audio transmit, receive. You've got your EQs for receive and transmit. One of the best things that I've seen is the noise blanker. That noise blanker is absolutely fantastic. Let me just pop down onto 80 meters. So on 80 meters, as you can see, really bad interference there and there. And if I click on noise blanker, there you go. So that's noise blanker 1 on, and the interference is gone. Click it off and it's back. Where I get that interference on all of my radios. That's my 991. Let me just do a sweep, constant sweep, and you'll be able to see them there. My 991 does a good job of getting rid of them as well. So let's go to noise blanker. That's my new noise blanker on my 991, which will knock it down, as you can see. That's off, that's on, and all I do is come with my digital noise reduction, get rid of it, i.e. the sound, and I can actually work anybody, usually, by manipulating the DNR and noise blanker and that, and be able to receive somebody that's there. But as you see, it's an S9. Turn that off, turn that off, it's even worse. So that's on my 991. But with the SunSDR, you can still see it there. SunSDR noise blanker 1, it's almost gone. Still a trace of it there. Absolutely fantastic noise blanker. So I can get stations or hear them a lot better now. So turn it back on, or sorry, turn it off, and there you go, all back on again. So SunSDR radio, absolutely brilliant radio. I would say have a look at some of the videos that are on YouTube. There's one from, or a few from Martin Lynch and Son, from Gary. How to set the SunSDR radios up, especially with the IP address. That's a pain in the backside trying to get sorted out. Sometimes it'll go straight through. Sometimes you've got to do a lot more work to get the IP address sorted out and that. But in the end, you won't go wrong with buying one of these radios. It's brilliant. And I say cable. You can pick one up from Billy for the Expert and most other amplifiers as well. So that's just my update. At least now my radio's working fully with my amplifier, band data and all that. So now I can actually play a little bit more with DX. It's so easy to actually change your audio settings with this radio and the software. Have a look. Vasily has done quite a few videos as well from SunSDR with Roman. Those two guys are very knowledgeable at setting everything up on the SunSDR radios. And there's some really good videos, tutorial videos, that'll actually show you how to get things set up. And they've also got a forum, so if you get any problems you can go on the forum and post there what your problems are, and you'll always get some help from Vasily, Roman or Eric. Some really good guys on there, knowledgeable about these radios. So now I'm just gonna see how everything goes and see what kind of DX this radio can produce. So take it easy, and that's just an update from me regarding my SunSDR2-DX with the expert 1K-FA. The cables will still do the 1300, 1500 and 2000 of the expert amplifiers. So you should have no problem now getting it all set up, even if you want to do it yourself. Okay guys, take it easy from M0AOV.